So my question to Public Drive, why did he lie?
Do you know if he has an attorney yet or not?
I know he just requested one.
Besides being mad at Pilgrim's Pride, you know, for terminating the contract, do you believe he has any other motives? Is he psychologically stable, or could you even determine that?
I'm not a doctor. I just think he just had an axe to grind. This was his way of getting back at them for severing their ties with him. I mean, they took money out of his pocket, and he didn't like it, so he figured he'd take money out of theirs. I think that was clearly his motive, was to get back at them.
When it comes to, you know, federal penalties, if we're not even talking about, you know, any kind of civil suits that might come from this, is there any indication of what kind of penalties? Are we talking about major prison time, any kind of major risk, you know, penalty?
Well, we've got 16 houses, and you know the charge that feds can bring carries a 20-year penalty per charge. So 16 times 20. And you know it's left up to the judge whether he makes that concurrent or whatever. But yeah, he's facing a lot of time on the federal charges.
How much time is he facing around here?
Yeah, it would depend. I know the burglary charges, you know, they had their penalties of second degree. But if I were him, I'd be more scared of the federal charges than I would the state charges. He needs to be scared of all of it. But it just, we're hoping the feds are going to come in and bring those charges because that's a big bite. And he deserves it. He asked for it.
What kind of time frame, how long before the feds going to be involved in it? I mean,
Now that we bought our charges on the state level, we forward everything to them. They'll get right on it, and I think they'll make a decision quickly. Well, we've been talking to them. They're aware of it, but that's what the feds do. Once you bring the state charges is when they step in and look at everything, and then if they wish, they can bring the federal charges. And I believe in this case they will.
Is this first or second degree burglary?
Second.
Second.
And is it one count per each farm?
Yes, sir.
So how much time would a second degree burglary, how much time would that be?
What's the actual year?
It's not the
15 per?
Yeah.
And the malicious anger is up to 10.
So he's potentially, if all these charges are brought against him, he's convicted, he's potentially facing life in prison. I mean, if you put them all together, I mean, I don't want to like speculate, but.
I wouldn't say life, but he's facing a long time in prison.
You think Pilgrims are scared about them being liable? Why they wouldn't cooperate?
Like I
Since
say,
they cut him off?
they cooperated.
I know, but
I think they could have done a better job at it. I'm not mad. I don't understand when you lay people off. And there are so many people, especially the people that got laid off. Yeah, I got laid off. No, we didn't lay off anybody. That is what I don't quite understand.
Did they just like straight up say, you know, no, James Lowry was never with us, we never laid him off? Is that
No, they did a press release saying that, you know, contrary to what the media was reporting, they hadn't laid off anybody. In Sumter County alone, they laid off 100 people, close to 100 people.
Did that slow your investigation, not knowing that he had been laid off from them?
I wouldn't say it slowed our investigation, but, you know, you keep asking, well, why? You know, we got people telling us, especially the people that's been a victim, well, yeah, they did lay people off. But then I got Pilgrims telling me they didn't. You know, the farmers were wondering, well, why did, you know, we knew for a fact they did. Why are they denying that? And we in law enforcement were asking the same question.